beats.com.
You see, I'm on that gutter shit, I come straight out that oven mix. Kida, don't need you to know my government. Don't care what bitch play a nigga, long as I count 100 slips. Rolling with them shooters, nigga, miss me with that sucker shit. Who is all these fucking niggas talking all that gun and shit? That nigga ain't...
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Kickin with Key. What you know good? If it's good you're looking for, then it's the place for sure. Now look, this story time is about how I got my jaw fractured going to a party as a young kid. I probably shouldn't even been at this party, but this the story time. So my cousins, they live with us. It's my twin cousins. Doe Rabbit, I ain't talked to Cuz yet if he want his name out there or not. So we just gonna call him Marquise. So Doe Rabbit, Marquise, they twins, right? Growing up, I always wanted to be up under them, follow them, I mean, cause they like my brothers, that's how close we was. And with my cousin Skate, like all of us. I ain't talked to Big Bro yet, so I'm gonna call him Big J. Shantae, you know, we was all close. We got Myra, we could keep going, Reese, TT. It's a lot of us, man. We all grew up real close-knit, real, like, our families always kept us all together. We all grew up like this. So, they going to this party. I want to go. And they basically ain't, well, Doe Rabbit basically don't want me to go. As usual, Doe Rabbit trying to keep me away from the mix, from, you know what I'm saying, always tagging along, being up under them. I convinced him to let me go. So I asked my mom, like, Mom, can I go to this party? They having this party, I wanna go, it's not too far away. Like, could you take me? And like, I could get a ride, but I would like for you to take me. I convinced my mom to let me go. She was cool with me going to parties or going skating or stuff like that. Like, oh, I got a funny story about skating too. I'm gonna fill y'all in on that story. And Doe Rabbit is there too. And this is a time where Doe Rabbit wasn't trying to keep me like out the mix. Like he told me, hey, if you don't get out the car and handle your business on him, I'm gonna handle my business on you. It wasn't his exact words. It was, I'm gonna whoop your, if you don't get out this car and whoop his, you know what I'm saying? So that's a funny story too about the skating ring. I'll tell that story. But anyway, my mom ended up taking us to this party. Randomly, so we driving there. Randomly, when we get to this house party, I see my Nene there. I'm like, what's up, AT? What you doing here? She like, hey, baby, what you doing here? I'm trying to enjoy this party, you know, trying to have fun like everybody else. She understands, she feel it. We go to the basement. So then I start seeing my cousin's friends and my other cousins, and you know, it's a dope party. It's a good little scene. So when we came up, we didn't really have no issue with like fighting, or you know, I get a fight with you or you get in a fight with him, and you know, it could be beef for a little bit. We may fight each other every time we see each other, or may not. We never really had an issue doing that. We'd end up being cool eventually, shake hands. You know, unlike now, I don't know what's going on with these youngers nowadays. They just shooting to kill, and I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. But we never had no issue with fighting. But I didn't have any initial issues with anybody my cousin's age is like that. Like, they're 1.5 years, 2 years older than me. So if I'm 11, they 13. If I'm 12, they 14. So I'm 12 at this time. We go on the party. It's flooded, it's packed. We all dancing. I see my cousin, JT's cousin, Nene. I see her in there. I see a lot of people. All my, man, anybody you could think of that's that went to EK or Crestwood, that was friends with Doe Rabbit, the twins, then they was most likely in that party. And it was a couple people above their age group in that party as well. So everything is everything, you know, normal party. We hype, we jumping up and down, singing the songs, like sweating. I'm sweating out my shirt. Like, I'm starting to get used to these party scenes now from the incident at the Orbit Room, which that was the video before that. If you ain't seen that, go check that out. How we got jumped by damn near 30 plus people, however many people it was. And I had to take off. I was young, I wasn't used to it. But I'm starting to get used to these club environments, right? So we dancing, sweating in the party. And all of a sudden, I sit down like I'm hot. I'm sweating, man. I've been dancing too long. I'm not even really the dancing type. So with me dancing like that, man, I'm exhausted. I don't know how y'all dance all night at them parties. Man, my legs was burning. I'm sweating, wiping sweat off my head. I most likely had a hat on, or always did, or a do-rag, something on top of my head, sweating that out. So I take a seat. It's like a little white picnic chairs in the basement of the party that people could sit in. And I'm just relaxing, you know, watching the party. I'm watching my cousin Doe Rabbit dance, and I'm laughing at him because he getting down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I gotta start getting like that. I gotta get out of this shell, you know? Just peeping the crowd. And I see this one dude, I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna call him Jay, right? So I see Jay, and he with some other dude I never seen before. And I don't got no issue with Jay. Anytime I ever seen him, he was all, what up, little dude? Like, I used to see him at my god brother Bob house. Y'all may know him as Bob or Duty. I see him at Bob house plenty of times. I done seen him, you know, just growing up around the way. I done seen him a lot of times. So I never had no issue with this dude, Jay. So I'm sitting down, peeping the scene, then all of a sudden, while I'm sitting down, I put my head down for a split second, just catching my breath. Boom! I just feel a big ass blow come to the right side of my face. He hit me so hard. He stood me up out the chair. So when he rocked me, boom, I stumbled out the chair and I stumbled into the crowd. I don't know it was Jay that hit me. So when I get hit, you know, you get alert. My eyes go wide and I start looking around as I'm stumbling. I'm stumbling, looking around. I just see like a blue do-rag swimming through the crowd, like a damn shark. He just swimming through the crowd, this way, that way, this way, that way. And I just see him go upstairs. He gone. I'm like, oh, somebody snuffed me. Somebody snuffed me. And Doe Rabbit look over, like, somebody snuffed you? I ain't gonna say it's the dude from the last video who he say those 3 words, fuck the bullshit. He in there. It's like the DJ just cut the music. Whole party go quiet. Somebody snuff you? Man, who snuffed Lil Key? Who just put their hands on Lil Key, man? What? So they hot, they tripping. Man, who touched my little cousin in here, man? On that, you did that, on that. Who touched my little cousin? Right? So everybody looking around because mind you, he shot upstairs. So everybody like, man, what you talking about? We was dancing like you was. Like, ain't nobody touched Lil Key. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? So I'm like, man, I seen a blue do-rag swim through the crowd after I got hit. I don't know who it was. And they like, oh, blue do-rag. They was like, was it Jay? I'm like, I don't know. While we trying to figure out who snuffed me, Jay ended up coming back down the stairs, back to the basement. Jay like, he looking. They go over to him and like, hey, you put your hands on my little cousin? So mind you, I'm in the back of the basement because I stumbled way over here. And I let them know I got hit. Jay in the front of the basement by the steps. So it's probably maybe 20 feet away from each other. And the music is off, so you can hear everything, everybody talking. They go up like, hey, you put your hands on my little cousin? Jay owned it. Yeah, I did. So instead of keep calling him fuck the bullshit, we gonna call him FB. So FB like, man, fuck the bullshit. Man, get your ass up here and fight this nigga, Lil Key. Come fight this nigga. I'm 12 years old, right? Jay like 16, 17. So I'm like shook a little bit. I'm like, damn, he big, he strong. Like my jaw is on fire. and my ear is bleeding. Like it's like you could feel like warmth. I can feel warmth inside my ear. And it's like bleeding slightly, just a little bit. But he hit me in my jaw. That's how hard he hit me. My ear started bleeding. So I'm kind of nervous. Walking up to him, it's like the whole party parted, like the Red Sea. And all I see at the end of this ocean of people is this 16-year-old brolic kid waiting on me. So it's like the slow walk. I'm like, slow walk. And I think my cousin Nene, she kind of see it in my eye. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going, all right, cool. I'm finna go. I got to handle my business. I'm walking up to him. And my cousin Nene kind of like grabbed me like, you good? Like, you don't gotta fight this dude. Like, he way older than you, way bigger than you. You don't gotta fight him. FB like, fuck the bullshit. Come on, man, come whoop him. Though Rabbit grabbed me, he like, hold on, look, cuz. Just so happened, I'm gonna just call him MD. MD like, hold on, that's my big cousin, but that's his cousin too. But he not my cousin. You know how black families be. We all integrated and we related somehow through one another and the whole little thing. So he like, hold on, this my cousin. We ain't finna have family fighting and da-da-da-da-da. Let me holla at Jay. So MD holla at Jay. He like, man, what you do it for? Da-da-da-da-da. I still never found out to this day what he hit me for. I don't know what I did. I don't know if because I had issues with Infamous and he was cool with Infamous or that was his people. I don't know why he picked the youngest one out the whole party to put his hands on. I never understood this. It never came. I never knew why he did it. So they talking to him. They like, no, we gonna figure this out. In the back of my mind, I'm like, no, I need to go and fight him. He put his hands on me. But at the same time, my older cousin's like, no, you don't have to do this. Like, we don't even want you to do this. We gonna figure this out on our own, right? Like, no, you the little dog, you cool. You just gonna have to take this L, Key, cause we gonna figure this out. Unless you wanna do it, I'm like, whatever, man, it is what it is. Jay like, nah, go home, little bro, go home. We gonna figure this out without you, right? So now it's starting to kick in. Like, man, I feel kind of embarrassed, but I want to do it. I want to avenge myself, but at the same time, I'm like, dang, what? I don't. And it's like I'm going back and forth on this. Like, dang, man, I need to do it. Though Rabbit like, go home. So I listen to Cuz. I go home. I call my mom. She come get me. When she come get me, she like, why you leaving early? What's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing, I'm just tired. You know, I don't tell mom what's going on. I'm just tired. So she take me home. And I had a girlfriend at the time. And then all the emotions start to rush in me. When I get home and I call my girl, I'm like, man, guess what happened? I give her the whole rundown. You know, this nigga Jay put his hands on me. Da-da-da-da-da. I ain't fight back. I could barely open my mouth. It's starting to swell now. Got cotton balls in my ear because it's leaking. I can't, like I'm talking to her like this, like Kanye West through the wire type, you know? I'm bogus right now, man. I'm bogus and all them emotions rushing to me. Man, I break down like a baby back bitch on the phone talking to my girl like, man, I should have whooped him. I should have did this. I ain't never letting nothing like this happen to me again. Like, man, all them emotions came in, dog. And she like, man, it's all good. She comforted me or whatever. And I needed that at the time because I was wild and embarrassed. But yeah, still to this day, I never figured out why he put his hands on me. I seen him again when I was probably like, yeah, the next year maybe. I was like 13. And I was at the gas station with my pops. We on our way to church one day, cause they end up finding out like, dang, I can't even open my jaw, yo. Like what happened, I told them a little while later. And me and my pops and my mom going to church or leaving church, we see him at the gas station. I'm like, dang, that's dog who put his hands on me. And he looked grown. Pops like, man, that's a grown man. Pops jumped right out on me. man, what's wrong with you? Why you da-da-da-da-da, put your hands on my son, da-da-da-da-da, like, y'all don't need to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? As young black men, we stick together, peace, da-da-da. You know, Pops was a deacon, so he preaching the real to him. Now, Pops look at me, I'm prideful. I can be, like, I worked on it, but I'm prideful. Like my mom got a lot of pride too. I'm holding a grudge. Pops like, shake his hand. I'm like, huh? Shake his hand. I'm thinking like, man, that's what I'm not gonna do. That's what I'm not doing. Shake his hand. I'm like, man, I'll spit on his hand before I shake it. Pops like, lose that attitude, shake his hand. So I give him one of these. Like, I slap his hand. I slapped his hand. Like, man, I'm not shaking his hand. I'm still holding it. It's been a whole year later. So, yeah, a whole year later. I ain't shaking this man's hand, man. That boy that hit me the hardest I'd have never been hit in my life. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, man, what? He almost broke my jaw. You know when you ain't expecting it, that's when it hurt the worst. And when you don't see it, oh, that boy could have put me down. But you got a nice hook on you. I'll give you that. You got a nice hook on you. Yeah, man, but that's what happened at that party. I probably shouldn't have been in. And Doe Rabbit always tried to save me from the nonsense, but I always tried to involve myself in the nonsense because, man, I wanted to roll with my people, man. Like, I ain't gonna be the lone wolf, the oddball out. Y'all got all these stories. I'm having fun. There's a girl here. You talking to this? Like, man, come on, man. Let the young dog have some fun. You feel me? But that's all I wanted to do was lock in with my cousins, you know, and show them I can hang with them. I got to prove that I could later on, but that wasn't today. But anyway, man, that's Kicking with Key, man. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the kickback with us, man. And I'll see y'all boys again. Love. Almost forgot to say, the moral to this story is learn to listen to your elders. If your older cousins or older family members trying to keep you away from something, just try to listen. Try to hear them out, man. I remember they mom, my auntie Leah, rest in peace, Aunt Leah. She used to always say, oh, you don't believe fat meat greasy. And it sounds funny, but it's real. Oh, you don't think fat meat greasy. You don't think that fire hot. You just gotta touch it. You just gotta find out on your own. You gotta bump your head. And I ain't believe fat meat was greasy. Listen to your elders and learn to take a ass whooping. All this killing going on, man, is crazy. It's nonsense, man. Learn to take an ass whooping. If you can give a punch, learn to take a punch. Give an ass whooping, take an ass whooping. That's the part of being a man. Shooting somebody, that ain't gangster, man. That ain't tough. That's whack. Killing a person, that's whack, man. Can you look that man in the eyes and punch him in his face and he look you in his eyes and you take his punch, and after y'all have handled y'all business respectively as a man, shake his hand or let him live to see his kids or his family and he let you do the same, eventually y'all gonna both grow to respect each other. Hey, he handled his business. He did too. And we cool. Like, I respect that man. Shake his hand. Let that man live, man. Put them guns down. Pick them gloves up. I could easily get on here talking about how many times I done put my hands on somebody or somebody done put their hands on me. But I'm not glorifying that. I'm just telling my life story with a little bit of funniness to it, and just hoping someone can relate to it, you know what I mean? Because I done gave them, and I done got them too. I done got them good, but I done gave them good too. I'm all right. But, man, live to see another day, man. You know, and that's Kicking with Key, you know what I'm saying? So, come join the kickback, y'all. Love.
Nigga, I'm a dog. I know you see me shining big. Passes all behind us, bossing up, can't win. Running out of game.